If someone's been stabbed in the stomach or abdomen, there are a handful of easy steps you need to take to save their lives before the EMTs arrive. Let me teach you those steps. What's up, TikTok? It's Doc. The first step is safety. When you approach the scene, assess the danger of the situation. If the person is still in danger, remove them from that situation. Do not begin treatment in the danger, lest you become another casualty. The second step is to stabilize the patient. This means to make sure that they do not move, because anytime you have penetrating trauma to the abdomen, we assume that it has caused a spinal injury, and movement on spinal injuries will worsen them. Hence, we need to stabilize the patient first, then stabilize the object. If the object remains in the wound, do not remove it. Leave it in there and don't pull the plug. Obviously, if it isn't in the wound anymore, don't put it back. But stabilize the patient, stabilize the object. The third step is to stop the bleed and contain the exposed organs. We're going to want to expose the wound, so we're going to cut away around the wound. Once we have exposed the wound, we're going to contain and stop the bleeding with a t-shirt or some gauze. You can use the brand new Doc Combat t-shirts at the link in my bio, but I'm going to demonstrate with gauze. The idea is we are not packing this, we are relying solely on the pressure to stop and control the bleed. So we're going to want to surround the penetrating object with our gauze or our t-shirt and hold pressure on both sides. Firm pressure will reduce the bleeding and control it. Continue to add material and hold pressure until the bleeding is controlled. Continue to hold pressure until the ambulance arrives to contain the organs and control the bleeding. The person, if they are lucid, can control the bleeding and hold the pressure by themselves. Or, if the object has been removed, you can apply an ABD pad, a sterile non-woven sponge, or a gauze pad to hold this wound shut and control any further bleeding. One final thing to remember is if they're lying on their back immobilized, their airways may begin to fill with blood or vomit. If they begin to suffocate or start having trouble breathing, you can roll their head or their top of their torso to the side to try and alleviate that fluid and let them breathe. This is a movement you can make because it's in their best interests. However, we make as little movements as possible to avoid compounding a spinal injury. This has been the Doc. Remember, shooting gets you into trouble. Tactical combat casualty care gets you out of it. Doc, out.